Good day, everyone. This is Pretty April Opera, the reporter, and in this video, I'm going to discuss my assigned topic, which is presentation software in the classroom. So here are the following intended learning outcomes. At the end of the discussion, you should be able to define the presentation software, the importance of presentation software for both teachers and students, and followed by the different applications for making a better and effective presentation. First, let's define these two words, the presentation and software. According to Collins Dictionary, the presentation is the act of formally giving something, such as a prize or document. In other words, the presenter will give a informative. The presentation turns to be an informative because he or she will give a information to the listener. On the other hand, from the software, it is comprises the entire set of programs, procedures, and routines associated with the operation of computer system. By Britannica Dictionary, so in the simple terms, software is somewhat related about the operation of computer system, that there is a set of programs, procedures, and routines rather. So in other words, like software is kind of related about the operations of computer system in a simple meaning. So, what is presentation software? According to Technopedia.com, this is a category of application software that is specifically designed to allow users to create a presentation of ideas by stringing together text, images, and audio or a video. So the users are absolutely looking for a one platform where they can absolutely import a text, images, or audio or video. So just one platform, and once they find it, and they create a good and a high quality presentations that will be present during their reporting or discussing about the project and so on. Also, the presentation tells a story or supports speech or the presentation of the information. So, in other words, like as a presenter, or if we want to if you want to be an informative, you need to put a highlight informations instead of you put all the informations and you are just only being read it aloud without adding explanations, because the purpose of making a presentation is just to give the highlight keywords for the listeners, and you as a presenter will just give a simple definition inside of the presentation, and you will elaborate more. So that is the means all about for the second definition of presentation and software. Always take note that just write it down, the highlight information and simple definition, then you have a free to elaborate more. Next one is the importance of presentation software for us, both teachers and students. However, there is a education problems that has become a challenge for both of them. So in the students, um, while the problem is have a shorter and shorter attention spans, if your presentation is somewhat not very like it's kind of tedious and just plain, so they find it like not interested to listen about or watch your presentation is somewhat really um makes your you know yeah, it's somewhat like breaks your heart. So you just do your effort, like you make your presentations, however you just put all the informations, all of it, and they didn't really like it because they can also read it. So also chronologically distracted by their smartphones and other technology tools. This is the one common problem for the students. They are easily distracted by their smartphones, and that's why it turns out having a short attention spans during the class discussion, and the teachers give a presentations in front of them. And the most problem for the teachers is constant battle for students' attentions. That's why the students have a shorter attention span. So the teachers also find a battle for student attentions, right? So these are the following or challenges for both students and teachers in terms of education problem and how to solve this. Well, according to Susan Hasse, to address these problems, the education problem earlier, is to integrate more technology into the classroom rather than ban it and make it a learning tool. In other words, instead of you confiscated all their smartphones, just integrate it into into technology rather, and use it as a learning tool. If students can use technology to enhance their learning rather than it distract them, everyone wins, or in other words, everything is fair. So the students knows how to use this as a learning tool at the same time for the teachers who teach them like this technology is not for entertainment, but it helps for them in a learnings to make it their output rather easy and less time to make a project. At the same time, they have an effective output or project. And the most important is that the students learn how to communicate their ideas and collaborate across physical and virtual spaces with ease. So once the students know how to engage this technology through integrated and considered as a learning tool. Therefore, the students also learn about communicating their ideas and collaborating in the different spaces or environmental spaces, whereas the physical and the virtual spaces. So both physical, like talking to their classmates by engaging a technologies like searching and informations in the Google or something like that, in the virtual spaces is more on chatting, and while they are just living far away, they're still continue communicating because that is a very important to them. So here are the following recommendations of Hase. Like, what are the presentation software that needs to be integrated in the technology? um yeah, integrated technology inside of the classroom that considered as a learning tool. So here are the following presentation software: the PowerPoint, the Prezi, and the VoiceThread. So actually, there's a tons of presentation software, and we will discuss this for the next slide. Okay, that is a application for making a presentation. First one is Google Slides and Microsoft PowerPoint. For the teachers in the Google Slide, it is a web-based, meaning that teachers can access it from any device with an internet browser. So if the teacher has a internet connection or stable internet connections, they can use a Google Slides for keep their um, personal computer or a laptop have enough storage in their computer system. While here in a Google Slides, they just only save it from your Google account, and then it's a really good thing because um instead of you were saving inside of your computer hard disk like local disk D or local disk C, um like is a best alternative, especially nowadays if you're doing a report instead of you were just using a PowerPoint as a share screen. Google Slide is a good thing because a Google Meet has already a tab animations option, and you just select the Google Slides and you can present it. So that is a benefit for the teachers. While the students, it allows students to create a slideshow content with transition, animation, multiple slide layout, and more. So they also have a engage about making a create a unique presentation with the help of this available animation and multiple slide outs and many more. How about the Microsoft PowerPoint? This is actually first launched in 1987, and this is um oh this was the highly rated by educators. I forgot it's repeated. So this was a highly rated by educators. Why? Um because before the pandemic, the teachers are really love to use this Microsoft PowerPoint because once they were absolutely inside the classroom, they are more prefer to use a technology learning materials, which is e-technology, electronic learning materials rather, like just connect it to the HDMI or the smart TV like this one. So they just present it and they will discuss their new topic. And the students, it helps students prioritize the information that most useful to their audience. So this is a good thing for the PowerPoint. Like the students could develop their giving a highlight point or highlight information that might be useful for the audience. So for me, I prefer to use a PowerPoint. So both teach students as or feature educator. Why? Because I want to apply this, you know, in my work field, that once I have a facing a having no connection internet, so Microsoft PowerPoint it's a good options to use this. At the same time, you can bring this you can also, I mean, access even though there's no internet connections, and easily to organize your files inside of your computer system by helping with your hard external hard disk, so or I mean hard drive. So if you were asking, Google Slide is a good one. Yes, it is, because you can also use that and you can manage the space from your computer. However, once you are making like a copy paste, something like that, there's no options, and there's no options like copy just like the previous font style. Unlike the Microsoft PowerPoint, it has a options. What kind of paste do you want? Just the same in the previous words or just the original font style or font size? That is the big disadvantage of the Google Slides, and it takes time for me like to edit it. Unlike this, is you there's just a less time to edit, and you just also easily to finalize or revise your draft of the PowerPoint. So it depends of you which one you are absolutely comfortable use to make an effective and high quality presentation. Aside from these two, there's also a Prezi. So Prezi is a very common because yeah, it is very actually find it in the Google, if you were looking for informations, if we have been assigning a report. So this is actually launched in Budapest in 2009. For teachers, this is absolutely popular for them because it is free. It easily incorporates video and it can be used seamlessly online or in person according to users. So this is a good thing for them because yes, this is really more on 3D presentations. Like there is a somewhat like you are making a mind mapping. There's a connected chain. And also the video options has a format or available. And once you wanted to other, you can actually share it. And the good thing for the Prezi, it's unlimited storage. Unlike the Google Slide, it has a unlimited storage of it, diba? So that's it. So that is a good thing for it for the teachers. While the students, it keeps the feel of the original and enables students to produce creative, imaginative presentations full of both whimsy and functionality. And I agree with this statement because once I just found that a good informations by using a Prezi, like wow, they are really good in making a presentations like more on like 3 dimension, yeah, 3 dimension presentations, and it's very attractive at the same time. And you can actually create your imaginations. Like aside from the creator of this presentation, you as a viewer or an audience can also appreciate their effort. The next one is the Visme. So this is a new for me. This is a new for me to heard it rather. This is a absolutely a Maryland-based online visual design tool to handle everything from animations to infographic and of course presentation. So there is a three options. You can actually create animations, turns into a infographic, and that was pretty amazing. You can have an options while making an animations or infographic. You can also create a presentations. So for the teachers, Visme is versatile and easy to use, and also appreciate the responsiveness of the support team when they have a question. So there is once they use a virtual online platform, for example, Zoom. This is absolutely connected. This is actually have a connection to the Zoom, and they absolutely um easy to use with this, and they can also use a whiteboard once the students to ask the questions and the teachers write it down. Like this is for example something like that. So Visme is a pretty amazing. However, Visme it's not free. You need to pay for it if you are if you are a teacher or student. Therefore, the school will be the one who managed of this financial payment, right? Next one is Haiku Deck and Peer Deck. So Haiku Deck is intelligently analyzes the text that your students add to the slides, that it suggests photos and slide designs that make sense for for that text. While the Peer Deck, it allows the users to turn those static presentation tools into dynamic interactive educational experiences. So the Haiku deck here, it is more on giving the student analyzes the text. While they could more add their slides and additional suggestion their photo, so that the text and the slide design has a good impact and is very understandable for the students. And this also a highly advantage for both teacher and student because they can make an interactive through a chatting, through sharing their photos, or analyzing the text that presented by the teacher. While the peer deck, so this is more something like static presentation tools, where is there is something like um statistic number, and then they just give a dynamic interactor by educational experiences. So I found out like this Haiku deck, it's a free platform. The pre deck, it's there is a free trial, and you will pay it for after the free trial to use. Next one is Sutori. For the teacher, advantages of using a Sutori. It is a great tool for fostering multimedia collaboration, critical thinking, and research skills to the English language, arts, and STEM teachers. So this is more absolutely um that helps for the teachers by applicable their teaching method, whereas having a collaboration, critical thinking, and having a research skills. So this is a good for them to the teachers that applicable or use a tutory. It depends on their subjects, either the English language, art, and or the field which is the STEM. You know. Well, on the other hand, the students, it is a tool that purpose built to help students create timelines and roadmaps and tell stories. so it's easy to use online and via remote learning. So aside from the teachers, like like collaborations and critical thinking, the students it's have a purpose, which is to create their timelines and roadmaps and tell a story. So this is a good advantage. Big advantage rather for the student. Like all their imagination turns into a creative one that they could absolutely create their own timelines and roadmaps as well by telling a stories. And this is also accessible in online, and they could also, they can present rather inside of their online platform, either a Discord, a Zoom, or Google Meet. Yeah. And I just found out that Sutori, it's a pay, but they you will given a free trial. So however, this is more engaging integrating a technology inside the classroom. The next one is the Glogster. The Glogster, it is a tool that's purpose built to help students create timelines, and I think there's a mistake of it. No, I think there's a mistake, and I'm sorry that. Let's just proceed to another one. Students can practice their visual storytelling skills and comfortable navigating and embedding multiple media types with Glogster. So this is a good thing for the students. Like their storytelling skills will keep developed by helping this Glogster. So the Glogster I just found out is kind of animator, and it's just like a potent. And this Glogster, it's more on 3 dimensional, and I just thought this is a free trial. I thought I thought it was free presentation software because it's very attractive for me, because you were just telling a story while just present pictures, or the available pictures that they absolutely given you. And at the same time, aside from making a visual storytelling skills, they give you a embedding multiple media types with the Glogsters or the Glogster format systems is really great because I just see it like you were just absolutely teaching the students of a visual animal, something like that. For the students also telling a story for their classmates that um that I'm sorry that it is a very important for the student to develop and enhancing their creativeness, right? Let's proceed. The voice thread. So the voice thread, it is a unique tool that lets users collaborate and discuss just about anything. It's essentially a media focused video chat tool. And this is great for students who want to share a specific media file with others and collaborate either in discussion or in a Q&A after a presentation. In addition, it can develop them great conversational and presentation skills. It's just like same like in the big blue button that absolutely used for a model platform for the St. Peter College sc- school. However, the only difference here is that their focus it's through video chat tool, and they can absolutely collaborate each other. Like the teacher give the student have a time to collaborate with their other students. Students to other students. This is a good thing that um they can share a specific media file, you know, for if the students want to share it, their specific media file, either his or her classmates or the teachers, then it's easily for both students to read them by themselves while the students present it and discuss his or her assigned topic. And the good thing also here in the voice thread, like they can also collaborate either in discussions or question and I after presentation. So it looks like this is more on conversational skills for both teachers and students by using a voice thread. So aside from a PowerPoint, Prezi, voice thread is also a good one. Once you were using a Discord, something like that, or if you just only use a one platform by meet your student, this voice thread is a good one. And if I'm not mistaken, voice thread it's a free accessible. If it's just give you a free trial, maybe they change it. So maybe you can try it. Next one is Easily. It let anyone make quality infographics in a wide range of styles. So this is more focusing about infographics. Students can better visualize data and content, which is great both for their own critical thinking and logical skills. In other words, aside from making an infographics, the students can also make their a high quality data and content. Like it's really related about their research, something like that, or like supporting their discussion. So this is a good thing, making um a high quality presentations of it. The Miro, it is a visual collaboration tool designed primarily for teams to get work done. So Miro is more on collaborated tool in different learning style for the students. So this one, it's a good thing for the students and a highly advantage for them. The student teacher can use it for idea mapping, brainstorming, creating workflows or diagrams, and all sorts of other visual collaboration and presentation needs. So that is the results of applicable a collaborations and easily to finish your work, not work it a longest time because you guys absolutely apply the mapping, brainstorming, and creating workflows or diagrams. In other words, this merit helps you to do a collaborations and the time of your work. It's not. Uh, I mean, the way you like making your work just less time instead of having long. So last thing is, as a student and a future educator, okay, I have a questions for you. As a student and a future educator, what is the best application to use for making a presentations and why? So if you have any insights about those given questions, feel free to leave all your answers in in the in call messages or in the comment section below in this video. So yeah. So which one is the best application that you use for making a presentations and why? And that's all for today. And if you have a further question, then contact me here the given social media that I absolutely read in here in the presentation. Thank you and have a nice day.